It's about to get crazy. I just kind of like that.
I really do think the window project made us just a tad crazy. Watch.
I'm fucking playing the trombone again. Tell me where you've been.
Follow along as we get the windows blasted and painted. We fight them back into place with magic bolts. And we give the boat what turned out to be a really bad nose job.
The wire needs to be...
Well, now you know what we did last winter. After the boys got sufficiently sick of watching us scrape and scrape on the frames, recall they had the idea for us to take the frames to the auto body shop to have them be blasted.
These guys, they've been such a freaking beast to sand by hand, and we now know we need to get all the layers off, so we're kind of screwed in that regard. So I'm gonna go beg. Say please. And the seatbelt's beeping at me because it's mad. Kind of nervous. Which one's dirt?
Right here.
Cool. Hey, how are you? Shut up. Lord, people can drive without a seatbelt. Okay. Alright, we got lucky. The guys at the body shop are gonna sandblast our, I don't know, sandblast, bee-blast, whatever you call it. They're gonna blast our frames. So we're gonna have to sand it by hand for like hours. So, score!
While we were waiting for the windows to be blasted, it was my job to get back to the boat and clean out the window holes, I guess you'd call them. And we made some interesting discoveries along the way.
This was their really nice spacers, our port aft window. This is their fancy spacer to fill the gap between the window. So we're pulling this off, getting it all cleaned up, getting ready to rebed. So there was so much space between our window and the frame of the boat that they had a screw that wasn't even going into fiberglass. It was just going through 5200. So that's real solid. That's great. It just wasn't even in the boat. Philip! Oh.
Yeah, like that's all perfect.
Okay, that's what I've done. I was asking if this is the only hole we need to sand.
No, I would do them all because like
ooh,
like
those are
that's
pretty
gotta come
clean.
out. Yeah, I mean they're not real super dirty, but I just run it while you got it in here.
Okay, and that I think that's what it needs to look like. And then I'll clean the surface.
No, this is great.
Okay.
This is great. Then we'll be done with these.
Do you like?
Yeah, we're gonna get this thing back together.
Put this boat back together.
Humpty Dumpty.
That on the wall. You haven't found yet? All clean. Just ready to get some Lexan back in her. What you think about that? What you think about that? Brandon says we're gonna put caulk in these places where it's kind of separated. Put caulk in, squish it back together. Kind of seal up everything so they don't have no more leaks. This is the one that was causing, this is our initial leak, like what started this whole thing. Was this right here. It was leaking into our lamp. We had corrosion on our lamp and it was leaking down the wood. So we redid the handrails and didn't stop it. And so we kept following and tracing leaks. And that's what made us pull up the floorboards and find the stringers. So this window right here started this whole business. You can get mad at it and be like, window, or you can say thanks because she saved our ass and showed us there was a real problem with the boat. So we say thank you, window. Thank you. All perspective, see?
And I knew we were going to have a fantastic new perspective looking at our new windows once we got them done. It wasn't long before the body shop boys had the frames back to me, blasted down to raw aluminum, and Brandon and I set to hanging them so we could get painting.
Early Saturday, going to sand our frames. I think we're getting the first coat of actual paint on today. And can we put more than one coat on in a day?
Don't know.
2 or 3, hopefully. Brandon's coming on a Saturday, thank you, to help us out. Yeah, we're late.
We're late.
We're at Home Depot. Place takes forever in West Marine. Let's go see how our frames are doing. Ooh, one's down. We should come earlier. Look how straight that one came out.
Oh my god, that's the bent one?
That's the bent one.
That's port aft.
It's port aft.
Oh, port aft. You got a hell of a reputation. Port aft.
Port aft was our worst one. Yeah.
That really came out good.
Yeah,
I can't believe how straight that thing is. Ow.
Cool. Keep them all straight this whole time. Starboard fore.
The last time we don't
Port aft. I know, we don't want to mess up this time. Starboard aft. Very important.
These are on. They look fine.
As usual, Brandon did a great job of helping us fit the Lexan in the frames by sanding each pane. And our buddy Bob at the shipyard also gave us some great advice about how to protect the Lexan during installation.
So Bob had a really smart idea. Here's our Lexan, that goes in the windows. What he said to do was, there's this paper that's like really sealed on there, but you should cut the paper just like for the very lip of your frame that it fits into. So cut the paper like that and leave this inner paper on while you're doing the whole install and everything. That way you won't scratch it, you won't get silicone on it, you won't mess it up, and you'll have it all put in, and then at the very end you like pulling off that last little piece of plastic and it'll be perfectly clean, not scratched. Just little things, you know. Best part about boating and cruising is there's somebody else out there who's done what you're doing and they can tell you all the tips and tricks.
Thank you, Bob, for the tip, and thank you, Brandon, for coming in on a Saturday to help get our frames nice, white, and shiny. But of course, painting the frames was only half the battle. Then started the fun project of trying to fit them back on the boat using those stupid binding posts. I hate those things.
Kids. I mean, really? That window is in place. Brandon, you can see, is screwing it right now. So that is just left over. And doesn't even meet the holes.
Booked up and understaffed. Booked up and understaffed.
No wonder they were crappy magic spacers. Is that a long screw? Long bolt?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Did it barrel out?
My side's not out.
Okay.
Is it snug there?
It's turning. Am I turning you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably should try a short screw.
Alright, pull it out on your end. This has been the problem with the binding post. Too long, too short. That's why we made the magical bolts. Are you making magic bolts, sir? GoPro, we're making magic bolts. So here's short, here's long, and we're trying to cut them right in between because with these stupid binding posts, sometimes it's too long, too short. Tape your nut on. Brandon, show me how to do this. You get Philip undistracted so he can help you.
No. Okay, cool.
You put it in the channel lock.
Yeah, I've got the chart plotter at the house that came in yesterday. Yeah.
And then we get Philip to hold while we grind. Rosie the Riveter over here. Alright, I personally have had it with these windows. I don't care how they look. I want them to work, not leak, and I can see them. But, trying to stay a perfectionist and do a good job. From afar, they look kind of beautiful. Everything's wonderful. Get up close. Not like perfect. That's not like the best caulk job ever, but still cut beautiful on the outside. Looks good. Got a nice beautifully seal. No more leaks.
So, windows, done. It did feel good to put some things back together on the boat, but I will say at this point, we were only about halfway through the entire refit.
I have to say, GoPro, one of the least favorite things about being in the shipyard is that your boat looks like this. Yeah, nice, huh? Real pretty. This is home. Like that would be kind of like the couch usually, you know, kitchen table, kitchen. Yeah, it looks real homey and clean, huh? Yeah. I can't wait to get this up. Get out of here.
But we still had more to do. Follow along next time as we do the unthinkable. Remove the nose.
Brandon says our boat's getting a nose job. Just like
A nose job? Is that covered under our policy?
That's what they all said. Our bow pulpit's off. Looks crazy.
Right, and that breast surgery was just because of pregnancy, that's what.
That's what they all say.
Liking these videos? Awesome! Be sure to subscribe on YouTube, sign up at HaveWindWillTravel.com for free copies of my sailing books, and join my journey across the Atlantic, which I'm sharing exclusively on Patreon. Get inspired and get on board!
Call a bow mount. I give it a 10. We're revetting the bow pulpit, which is pretty cool because it's gone. So you can't get up there and go, I can't go, wow, you'll fall off. Yeah, there's still a little bit you can see.
We could sand them down and
Nice.
we could polish and buff them. And then, you know, every couple of days you could go out there and repolish them to keep them a mirror shine. If you want.
That would be fun.
I'm falling. I kind of fell.